The Raiders, who have this long storied history, have become in many ways a laughingstock. They'll be paying fired coaches $50 million next year. This will be their sixth head coach since 2021.
Klint Kubiak is the new coach of the Las Vegas Raiders. I like the hype. He was quoted yesterday saying, hey, I got to watch a lot of tape to determine who's going to be the number one pick. Klint, I've seen the tape. Draft Fernando Mendoza.
Tom Brady. You damn right you better be excited about working with Tom Brady. There's nothing else to be excited about being the Las Vegas Raiders. There's nothing to brag about with these Las Vegas Raiders other than the fact that Tom Brady is there.
Last year, the Las Vegas Raiders didn't just lose football games. They lost their identity. 3 wins, 14 losses, a team with no identity, no direction, and no answers. Week after week, they showed up and got embarrassed. By November, the city of Las Vegas had stopped watching. But here's what nobody talks about when a team hits rock bottom. The view from the bottom of the NFL is actually the clearest view in all of football, because from down there, you can see everything that needs to change. And with the right people, rock bottom isn't a grave, it's a foundation. The Raiders didn't just survive 2025, they earned something because of it. The number 1 pick in the entire draft, a Super Bowl winning mind on the sideline, $91 million in cap space, and a city that is desperately, hungrily ready to believe again. To understand where the Raiders are going, you have to understand exactly how bad it got. The 2025 season was supposed to be the stable year. Nobody in the NFL represented stability more than Pete Carroll. He built the Seattle Seahawks into a dynasty. He won a Super Bowl. He cultivated the Legion of Boom. When the Raiders hired him, it felt like exactly the kind of steady, experienced hand a rudderless franchise needed. Instead, it fell apart completely. 3 wins, 14 losses. Pete Carroll is a great coach. His legacy is real. But this was the wrong system, the wrong moment, and the wrong fit. The Raiders didn't need steady hands. They needed a revolution. And the NFL has a cruel, beautiful irony built into it. The worse you are, the better your future can be.
The Raiders and Klint Kubiak are working on a deal for Kubiak to become the next head coach in Las Vegas.
Nothing can become official until after the Super Bowl.
On the night after Super Bowl 60, while confetti was still falling in Santa Clara, the Raiders made their move. They hired Klint Kubiak as their new head coach. Less than 24 hours after winning the Super Bowl as offensive coordinator of the Seattle Seahawks, Kubiak was already headed to Las Vegas. This isn't just a hot hire, this is a statement. Kubiak doesn't just call plays, he builds identities. He takes quarterbacks the league has given up on and turns them into stars. He took Sam Darnold, written off, traded twice, reduced to a backup, and handed him a 14-3 record and a Super Bowl ring. He didn't just fix Darnold's mechanics, he rebuilt his mind. He made him believe again. And he didn't come to Las Vegas alone. Andrew Janacko followed him from Seattle as offensive coordinator. While Kubiak will call the plays, Janacko's job is clear. Manage the offense day to day, and develop Fernando Mendoza. He worked directly with Sam Darnold during the Super Bowl run. He knows exactly how Kubiak's system unlocks quarterbacks. And now he gets to do it again, with a rookie who has 10 times the raw tools. And on Monday, the Raiders hired Zach Azzani away from Pittsburgh to coach wide receivers. High intensity, accountability first. His job is to make sure every receiver in that room, veteran or rookie, free agent or draft pick, is ready to support a young quarterback from day one. Kubiak's offense runs a near-perfect 50-50 split between run and pass. He uses motion constantly, shifting formations, forcing linebackers to recalibrate, then hitting them with play action that looks exactly like the run they just saw. He ran the second lowest shotgun rate in the entire NFL. Physicality and deception simultaneously. 2 things this Raiders offense has never had at the same time. Carroll was a safe pair of hands. Kubiak is a calculated shot at greatness. He has done it before. The Raiders just gave him everything he needs to do it again. Now for the name everyone in Las Vegas is whispering.
Me, there's The easy pick is Fernando Mendoza, a guy that Ryan and I, we started probably watching him back in May, and you fell in love with his ability to be accurate with the football, stand in the pocket, and just play tough. He stared down the barrel of a gun every single week when he was at Cal and took a beating, but continuously got up, played on time. He's deadly accurate. His ball placement is elite, and I feel that he is a good fit for any offense in the NFL, and I think this would be the obvious choice for them if they were to pick a quarterback at number 1.
Mendoza didn't just win a national championship. He won it at Indiana, a program that hadn't sniffed relevance in decades. He arrived, took over, and turned the whole thing upside down. At 6'5" with a prototypical frame, Mendoza checks every box. But here's what makes him truly special. It's his brain. He doesn't just read the defense. He's already 2 steps ahead of it. His processing speed is elite. He doesn't turn the ball over. He plays calm and composed in situations that would rattle most veterans. And then there's the personality. This kid is a magnet. He stays after practice to throw with the walk-ons. He takes the offensive line out to dinner after every win. In a Raiders locker room that has been searching for a leader since Derek Carr walked out the door, Mendoza is the alpha this building has been starving for.
What do you like about Mendoza's game?
Oh, I love everything about his game. Certainly, his leadership is what stands out to me. It's his relatability to his teammates, and he's overcome a lot of things in his career. He's a Miami kid, went to Cal, to Indiana, and then you go to a program that hasn't won anything in forever. And what he's done this season was so impressive.
But here is where this story gets truly extraordinary. The man who helped choose Fernando Mendoza is Tom Brady. Think about what that means. The greatest quarterback in NFL history, 7 rings, 23 seasons, a man who has seen every coverage and beaten every defense, is sitting in the Raiders' front office, helping select the next face of this franchise. Brady isn't a figurehead. He has a real voice in this building. And when Tom Brady looks at a young quarterback and sees something he recognizes, the processing speed, the poise, the infectious leadership, that means something no analytics model can quantify. Now add Kubiak's fingerprints on that development. The same mind that rebuilt Sam Darnold's confidence, identity, and career, now shaping a prospect with 10 times the raw tools. Kubiak doesn't just need a good quarterback. He needs one he can mold. Coachable, mentally tough, hungry to prove something. And Mendoza is all 3. This isn't just a draft pick. This is the beginning of a new era in Las Vegas. But there is one conversation that cannot be avoided.
Maxx Crosby is done with the Raiders. To me, Maxx Crosby is the better player. Maxx Crosby's much better against the run. Maxx Crosby is not a splash player. Maxx Crosby is a relentless dog, very much like Aiden Hutchinson or a Myles Garrett. He just doesn't take plays off. If the Raiders do move off him, they're going to get a haul. A haul.
5 Pro Bowls, 7 years of elite production, the emotional heartbeat of this franchise. A pass rusher who gave everything he had, even when this organization gave him nothing to work with. And now he wants to leave. It is going to hurt. Raider fans are allowed to grieve that. But a dominant pass rusher commands a massive return in today's NFL. The market proved it with Micah Parsons. It will prove it again with Crosby. Trading Crosby doesn't end this rebuild. It might be the move that completes it. The offensive line is the mission, and they are coming after it aggressively. The big prize is Braden Smith. The Indianapolis Colts right tackle is the top name on the Raiders board, a dominant blocker who fits Kubiak's zone run scheme like he was designed for it. Pair Smith with existing Pro Bowler Colton Miller on the left side, and overnight the Raiders go from one of the worst offensive lines in football to a legitimate top 10 unit. That is not a minor upgrade. That is the difference between Mendoza surviving his rookie year and thriving in it. But they are not stopping there. Inside, the Raiders are targeting Isaac Seumalo, the Pittsburgh Steelers guard that Pro Football Focus recently called the best landing spot in the entire NFL for Las Vegas. He is a high IQ veteran who brings pre-snap intelligence and stability. Brady has reportedly been advocating for exactly this type of interior presence. Someone who can talk Mendoza through protections before the ball is even snapped. And if the value is right, Elijah Vera Tucker is the high upside wild card. The former Jets guard missed all of 2025 with injury, which means the Raiders could potentially land a Pro Bowl caliber talent on a prove-it deal. The risk is real, so is the reward. Then there is the Kubiak connection. With the Cleveland Browns facing a massive cap crunch, either Joel Bitonio or Wyatt Teller is expected to be released. Both guards were built inside the Shanahan-Stefanski offensive tree, the exact same branch Kubiak's system grew from. Bringing one of them in means Mendoza has a guard in the huddle who already speaks the language fluently from day one. This is not just spending money. This is building with purpose. Imagine being a 27-year-old all-pro lineman hitting free agency. Your phone rings. Tom Brady's name is on the screen. That call changes minds. That call changes destinations. The national media keeps sleeping on this. The Raiders roster is not a barren wasteland. Brock Bowers. Entering year 3, Bowers is already making a case as the best tight end in football. He blocks like a tackle, he runs routes like a receiver, he catches everything. In Kubiak's offense, which feasts on tight ends down the seam, Bowers is Mendoza's security blanket. Those rookie all-pro numbers weren't a fluke, they were a preview. Then there is Ashton Jeanty. In 2025, a generational talent was trapped in a nightmare. The vision, the cut-and-go ability, the tackle breaking, all of it completely untapped. Under Kubiak's zone concepts, with a quarterback who can threaten the deep ball and force lighter boxes, Jeanty is going to remind this league exactly who he is. So that's the story of the Las Vegas Raiders reset. A 3-14 season that felt like the end turned out to be the beginning. A Super Bowl winning mind coming to do it all over again. A young core of weapons waiting to be unleashed, and the greatest quarterback who ever lived helping choose the next one. None of this is guaranteed. Rebuilds fail. Quarterbacks disappoint. The AFC West is ruthless. But for the first time in a long time, everything in Las Vegas is actually pointing in the same direction. If you like this video, please hit subscribe button. It makes me motivate to do more NFL contents. Also, don't forget to like and comment about your thoughts and prediction. I read every comment.